Imagine throwing a dart from the surface of the moon and hitting a specific grain of sand on a beach in California. Now imagine doing this not once but repeatedly, each throw landing exactly where you intended across the vast emptiness of space. This is the level of precision we're witnessing with our third interstellar visitor, and it should be absolutely impossible. In the infinite theatre of space, chaos is the only reliable performer. Cosmic objects tumble through the dark according to the blind mathematics of gravity and momentum, their paths shaped by random encounters that occurred millions of years ago in stellar neighbourhoods we'll never see. Asteroids drift along trajectories determined by ancient collisions. Comets follow eccentric orbits carved by gravitational accidents that predate human civilization. Even our own planets, for all their apparent order, dance to the chaotic music of multi-body interactions that make long-term prediction impossible beyond a few million years. This is the natural state of the universe, beautiful, dynamic, and fundamentally unpredictable. For 4.5 billion years, objects have wandered into our solar system from the depths of interstellar space, and each has followed the same basic pattern. They arrive with tremendous velocity, their paths bent but not broken by our sun's gravitational influence. They sweep through our cosmic neighbourhood like strangers passing through a town, following their own purposes without regard for the local architecture. We learned this truth from our first two confirmed interstellar visitors. When Oumuamua appeared in October 2017, racing through our solar system at over 26 kilometers per second, it followed exactly the kind of trajectory astronomers expected from an object that had escaped the gravitational bonds of another star. Its path showed no special relationship to Earth's position, no meaningful connection to our planet's orbital geometry. It was simply passing through, as indifferent to our presence as a ship crossing an empty ocean. 2 years later, Tuai/Borisov reinforced this pattern of cosmic indifference. The interstellar comet swept through our solar system along a hyperbolic path that bore no relationship to Earth's orbit, no suggestion that our planet held any significance for the wandering visitor. It too was simply travelling from somewhere to somewhere else, its ancient journey shaped by forces that had nothing to do with our small blue world. Both objects behaved exactly as physics predicted. Random travellers following random paths through the organised chaos of our solar system. Then came 3I Atlas, and everything we thought we understood about interstellar visitors changed. Initial observations suggested another routine interstellar object. The visitor appeared in January 2025, detected by automated sky surveys that flag anything moving against the background stars. Early measurements confirmed the hyperbolic trajectory characteristic of objects from beyond our solar system. Spectroscopic analysis revealed a composition consistent with rocky material from another stellar environment. For weeks, 3I Atlas seemed to follow the established pattern of cosmic indifference. But as more precise measurements accumulated, astronomers began to notice something that shouldn't have been possible. The visitor's trajectory wasn't just passing through our solar system, it was aimed directly at Earth's orbital position with a precision that strained credibility. Not Earth itself, which would have meant catastrophic impact, but Earth's orbital path. The visitor was threading the needle of space with an accuracy that seemed to violate the fundamental randomness of cosmic motion. The precision was breathtaking. Detailed analysis revealed that 3I Atlas would intersect Earth's orbital plane at exactly the point where our planet would be located during the optimal observation window. The angular accuracy was measured in arc seconds, precision equivalent to hitting a coin from 100 miles away, or threading a needle while standing on a mountaintop and aiming at a target on the horizon. This level of geometric perfection simply doesn't occur by accident in the chaotic environment of interstellar space. Computer simulations confirmed what astronomers suspected but hardly dared believe. When researchers ran thousands of Monte Carlo models, generating random interstellar trajectories and seeing where they intersected our solar system, the results were unambiguous. The probability of achieving 3I Atlas's precise Earth alignment by chance was less than 1 in 10 billion. To put this in perspective, you're more likely to win the lottery, get struck by lightning, and be hit by a meteorite in the same week than you are to witness such precise alignment occurring randomly. Yet here it was, documented by multiple independent observatories, confirmed by increasingly sophisticated measurements, impossible to dismiss as observational error or wishful thinking. The implications sent ripples of excitement and unease through the astronomical community. If 3i Atlas's trajectory was truly random, then we were witnessing an event so statistically improbable that it challenged our understanding of probability itself. But if the trajectory wasn't random, if the precision was intentional, then we were confronting evidence that something had deliberately aimed an interstellar object at Earth's orbital position with accuracy that exceeded our most advanced technological capabilities. The visitor's path raised uncomfortable questions about the nature of interstellar space and the objects that traverse it. How does something travelling between star systems for potentially millions of years maintain the precision necessary to target a specific planet's orbit? What kind of navigation system could achieve such accuracy across cosmic distances? What intelligence could plan and execute such impossibly precise targeting? Most unsettling of all, why would anyone or anything want to line up so perfectly with Earth? The precision felt deliberate, purposeful, almost like crosshairs being drawn across our planet's orbital path. 3i Atlas wasn't just visiting our solar system. It was demonstrating a level of geometric accuracy that suggested intimate knowledge of our world's position and movement through space. This targeting precision implied capabilities that humans had only dreamed of achieving. Our most advanced space missions require constant course corrections to maintain trajectory accuracy. Even with continuous monitoring and propulsion adjustments, our spacecraft drift off course over long distances. Yet 3i Atlas had apparently maintained perfect aim across interstellar distances that dwarf anything humans have attempted. The mathematics were inescapable. Either we were witnessing the most extraordinary coincidence in the history of astronomy, or something had deliberately aimed a cosmic projectile at Earth's orbital neighbourhood with surgical precision. As word of the discovery spread through research institutions around the world, teams of astronomers began conducting increasingly detailed analyses of the visitor's trajectory. Each new measurement confirmed the same impossible truth. 3i Atlas was lined up with Earth's orbital position with an accuracy that defied natural explanation. The object wasn't just passing through our cosmic neighbourhood, it was announcing its presence through the demonstration of impossible precision, using the universal language of mathematics and geometry to communicate something that transcended the barrier of species and star systems. But what was the message embedded in such perfect alignment? Was it an invitation, a warning, or something else entirely? The answers to these questions would require understanding something that had guided human civilization since our ancestors first looked up at the night sky and recognized patterns in the movement of celestial objects. Alignment has never been accidental, and precision always indicates intention. Throughout history, when objects in the sky lined up with mathematical perfection, it meant someone or something had planned it that way. Have you ever noticed how uneasy it feels when you realize something is watching you with perfect attention, tracking your movements with precision that exceeds coincidence? What would it mean if we discovered that level of attention focused on our entire planet from across the vast darkness between stars? The uncomfortable truth was becoming impossible to ignore. Our third interstellar visitor had found us across the cosmic deep and lined itself up with our world's path through space with an accuracy that spoke of intelligence, intention, and capabilities that operated on scales we were only beginning to comprehend. And once something achieves that level of precision in targeting your position, you can never again pretend you're alone in the dark. Long before humanity developed written language, mathematics, or even agriculture, our ancestors understood a fundamental truth about the cosmos. When objects line up perfectly, someone meant for them to do so. This understanding runs deeper than culture, deeper than civilization, deeper even than conscious thought. It emerges from the same cognitive machinery that helped early humans distinguish between the random scatter of fallen leaves and the deliberate arrangement of stones that marked territorial boundaries, between the chaotic swirl of storm clouds and the purposeful formation of smoke signals rising from distant fires. Alignment is the universe's way of announcing intention. 5,000 years ago, on the windswept plains of ancient Britain, our Neolithic ancestors demonstrated this principle through one of humanity's most enduring monuments. Stonehenge stands as testament to the profound human recognition that celestial alignment carries meaning that transcends the ordinary passage of time. The massive trilithons weren't positioned randomly across the landscape. Every stone was placed with mathematical precision to capture specific moments when Earth's relationship with the Sun and Moon achieved perfect geometric harmony. The heelstone frames the midsummer sunrise with clockwork accuracy. The station stones mark the extreme positions of the Moon's complex 18-year cycle. The entire monument functions as a three-dimensional calendar, encoding astronomical knowledge that required generations of careful observation to accumulate. But Stonehenge represents more than ancient astronomy. It demonstrates the human instinct to recognize artificial precision when we encounter it. The monument's creators understood that achieving such geometric perfection required more than accident or approximation. They invested enormous resources, decades of labor, sophisticated engineering, and mathematical knowledge that challenged the capabilities of their Bronze Age civilization to create alignments that would persist across millennia. They built Stonehenge because they knew that future generations would recognize the precision and understand its significance. Deliberate alignment always announces the presence of intelligence. This principle appears with remarkable consistency across every human civilization that has gazed upward at the night sky. In Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza aligns with cardinal directions to within 3 arc-minutes of precision, accuracy that exceeds many modern surveying techniques. The pyramid's passages frame specific stars at calculated moments, creating a 3-dimensional map of celestial relationships that served both practical and symbolic purposes. The builders knew that such precision couldn't be accidental. They invested the labor of thousands of workers across decades to achieve geometric relationships that would announce their astronomical sophistication to anyone capable of recognizing mathematical perfection. Halfway around the world, without any contact with Mediterranean civilizations, Mayan astronomers created monuments that demonstrate identical principles of intentional alignment. The Temple of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza creates a serpent shadow that descends its steps only during the spring and autumn equinoxes. The alignment required precise calculation of solar angles, careful architectural planning, and construction accuracy measured in centimeters across a structure spanning hundreds of meters. The Mayans weren't creating decoration. They were encoding astronomical information in stone, using geometric alignment to preserve knowledge across generations and demonstrate their mastery of celestial mechanics to future observers. In Cambodia, the massive temple complex of Angkor Wat mirrors the constellation Draco in its architectural layout, while simultaneously aligning its principal causeway with the spring equinox sunrise. The correlation between terrestrial architecture and celestial geometry spans several square kilometers, requiring mathematical knowledge and surveying capabilities that challenge our assumptions about medieval Khmer civilization. The pattern is universal and unmistakable. Across continents and centuries, separated by vast distances and cultural barriers, human civilizations have consistently used precise alignment to encode and communicate sophisticated knowledge. This cross-cultural consistency reveals something profound about how intelligence recognizes intelligence. When we encounter geometric precision that exceeds the capabilities of random natural processes, our brains automatically search for the intelligence behind the design. We can't help ourselves. The recognition occurs below the threshold of conscious thought, triggering the same cognitive mechanisms that helped our ancestors survive by distinguishing between accidental and intentional patterns in their environment. The psychological principle is elegant and universal. Minds recognize other minds through the artifacts they create, and precision is the signature that separates intelligent design from natural accident. Modern technology has amplified this principle rather than replacing it. GPS satellites achieve their global navigation accuracy through geometric positioning so precise that relativistic effects become significant factors in their operation. The constellation arrangement isn't arbitrary. Every satellite occupies a specific orbital position, calculated to optimize coverage and signal strength across Earth's surface. Communications satellites stationed at geosynchronous orbit maintain positions above specific terrestrial locations, with accuracy measured in kilometers across distances of nearly 40,000 kilometers. The precision serves practical purposes but also demonstrates technological capability to anyone monitoring our planet's electromagnetic signature. Even our deep space missions follow this principle of meaningful alignment. The Voyager spacecraft used precise gravitational alignments with Jupiter and Saturn to achieve trajectories that would have been impossible with direct rocket propulsion. The geometric relationships weren't accidental. They represented careful exploitation of celestial mechanics to maximize mission capabilities within energy and time constraints. New Horizons employed similar alignment strategies to reach Pluto and continue toward Kuiper Belt objects, using Jupiter's gravity well as a cosmic slingshot to achieve velocities and trajectories that announced human spacefaring capability to anyone monitoring our solar system. These examples reveal a universal principle that applies regardless of the specific technology or civilization involved. Advanced intelligence demonstrates its capabilities through precise geometric relationships that clearly exceed the possibilities of random occurrence. Our interstellar visitor appears to be following exactly this pattern. The mathematical precision of its Earth alignment announces artificial origin just as clearly as Stonehenge announces human intelligence, as clearly as GPS satellites announce technological civilization, as clearly as the Voyager trajectories announce spacefaring capabilities. But our cosmic visitor's demonstration operates on scales that dwarf human achievements. Where human monuments align with celestial objects across distances measured in kilometers, our visitor has achieved alignment across interstellar distances measured in light years. Where human satellites maintain position with precision measured in meters, our wanderer has targeted Earth's orbital position with precision measured in thousands of kilometers across distances of trillions of kilometers. The geometric achievement represents a technological sophistication that exceeds human capabilities by orders of magnitude, yet follows the same fundamental principle that has guided intelligent communication since our ancestors first arranged stones in meaningful patterns. The visitor's precision serves the same function as ancient monuments. It announces the presence of intelligence capable of creating relationships that transcend the randomness of natural processes. But unlike human monuments, which communicate across generations, our cosmic visitor communicates across the vast emptiness between star systems, using the universe itself as its medium for geometric messaging. The implications challenge every assumption about the nature of interstellar space and the intelligence that might traverse it. If our visitor represents artificial precision rather than natural coincidence, then the cosmos contains minds capable of navigation and positioning on scales that transform our understanding of what's possible for mobile intelligence. The geometric accuracy demonstrates planning capabilities that span astronomical distances and potentially geological timescales. More unsettling still, the visitor's alignment suggests detailed knowledge of Earth's orbital characteristics, accumulated through observation or calculation methods that exceed our current scientific capabilities. The precision implies that something has studied our planet's motion through space, with sufficient accuracy to predict our orbital position across the vast time periods required for interstellar travel. This level of knowledge suggests surveillance, analysis, and planning that positions us as subjects rather than equals in whatever cosmic relationship the alignment represents. Throughout human history, when we've encountered precision that exceeds our capabilities, we've correctly recognized it as evidence of intelligence superior to our own. Ancient peoples who discovered older monuments recognized the sophistication of their predecessors. Modern archaeologists studying Neolithic astronomy recognize intellectual capabilities they hadn't expected from Bronze Age civilizations. Our visitor's geometric precision follows this same pattern, but scaled to cosmic proportions that force us to confront the possibility that intelligence itself might be far more common and far more capable than we've dared imagine. The alignment speaks to us in the universal language of mathematics and geometry, using principles that any technological civilization would recognize, regardless of its specific evolutionary or cultural development. It demonstrates capabilities that announce sophisticated intelligence, while maintaining the geometric elegance that has characterized intentional communication since humans first learned to arrange objects in meaningful patterns. As astronomers around the world continue measuring and analyzing our visitor's trajectory, they're conducting more than routine astronomical observation. They're participating in a conversation that spans the distances between stars, reading a geometric message written across the cosmos by intelligence that has mastered the art of precision on scales we're only beginning to comprehend. The ancient human recognition that alignment means intention has led us to a threshold moment in our cosmic understanding. We've detected geometric precision that exceeds natural possibility, demonstrated by intelligence that operates on interstellar scales with mathematical accuracy that serves as both announcement and invitation. The question that haunts every new measurement is whether we're sophisticated enough to recognize what the alignment is trying to tell us, and whether we're prepared for the implications of living in a universe where intelligence routinely achieves impossible precision across the vast distances that separate the worlds. To understand why our interstellar visitors' precise alignment should be impossible, imagine standing on the shore of a vast ocean and attempting to throw a pebble to a friend waiting on a distant continent. Now imagine that your friend is riding a bicycle along the coastline at 29 kilometers per second, and you must time your throw so the pebble arrives exactly when your friend reaches a specific grain of sand on a beach you've never seen. This is the level of precision required for something to target Earth's orbital position from interstellar space. And yet this is exactly what we appear to be witnessing. The mathematics of interstellar travel are as elegant as they are unforgiving. When an object escapes the gravitational embrace of its parent star, it must achieve enormous velocity to break free from the stellar gravity well that has held it in place for potentially millions of years. These escape velocities are measured in dozens of kilometers per second, speeds so tremendous that they carry objects across the gulf between star systems in trajectories that should be impossible to fine-tune. The physics are simple, but absolute. Once an object reaches interstellar space travelling at these immense velocities, any course correction requires energy expenditure that scales exponentially with the desired change in trajectory. To alter the path of an object moving at 30 kilometers per second by even a single degree requires energy equivalent to accelerating a modern automobile from rest to highway speed. To achieve the precision targeting we're observing with our cosmic visitor would require energy expenditure comparable to the total output of nuclear power plants operating for years. Yet our wanderer appears to have achieved exactly this impossible precision. When astronomers reverse-engineered the visitor's trajectory, tracing its path backward through space to determine its point of origin, they discovered something that challenged every assumption about interstellar navigation. The object would need to have been launched from a precise location in space that doesn't correspond to any known stellar system. The calculated injection point lies in an apparently empty region of interstellar space, far from any star that could have provided the gravitational interactions necessary to shape the object's initial trajectory. This presents what scientists call the injection point paradox. Our visitor appears to have originated from nowhere, launched with impossible accuracy toward a target it couldn't have known existed. The alternative explanations are equally problematic. If the object originated from a known stellar system, the launch timing would need to have been calculated millions of years ago to account for the travel time across interstellar distances. This implies planning capabilities that span geological timescales, combined with predictive accuracy about Earth's future orbital position that exceeds our current understanding of long-term celestial mechanics. The gravitational environment of space itself offers no solutions to this puzzle. Some researchers initially suggested that gravitational focusing effects might concentrate random interstellar objects toward Earth's orbital region, similar to how optical lenses focus scattered light into precise beams. But detailed analysis of local gravitational fields revealed that such focusing would require massive objects, Jupiter-sized planets or stellar remnants, positioned at specific locations in our solar neighbourhood. Comprehensive surveys of nearby space have found no such objects. Radio telescopes have detected no brown dwarfs or rogue planets with the mass and positioning required to create gravitational focusing effects. Gravitational wave observatories have identified no black holes or neutron stars in the relevant regions of space. The gravitational landscape around our solar system simply doesn't contain the massive objects necessary to naturally focus interstellar debris toward Earth's orbital position. Computer modelling confirmed what many astronomers suspected but few wanted to acknowledge. Achieving our visitor's precision through natural gravitational interactions would require a conspiracy of massive objects positioned with geometric accuracy that would itself constitute evidence of artificial arrangement. The modelling results were unambiguous and disturbing. Researchers ran hundreds of thousands of simulations, varying the initial conditions for interstellar objects and tracking how random gravitational encounters might affect their trajectories over millions of years of travel. The results consistently showed the same pattern. Natural forces create scatter, not precision. Random gravitational interactions with interstellar gas clouds, rogue planets, and stellar magnetic fields consistently dispersed simulated objects across wide regions of space. Even starting with perfect aim toward Earth's position, natural perturbations would deflect incoming objects across angular ranges measured in degrees rather than the arc-seconds of precision we're observing. The only way to maintain targeting accuracy across interstellar distances was to introduce active course correction, deliberate adjustments that compensated for random perturbations and maintained precise aim toward the target. But active course correction implies intelligence, planning, and technology, operating on scales that dwarf human capabilities. The energy requirements alone challenge our understanding of what's possible for mobile objects in space. Achieving the observed precision would require propulsion capabilities that could generate thrust equivalent to large chemical rockets, while operating continuously for potentially millions of years. The fuel requirements would exceed the estimated mass of the object itself by factors of thousands, creating an engineering impossibility unless the visitor possesses energy sources and propulsion technologies that operate according to principles we haven't discovered. The precision also implies navigation accuracy that exceeds our most advanced space missions by orders of magnitude. Human spacecraft require constant monitoring and course correction to maintain trajectory accuracy across the relatively tiny distances within our solar system. Even our most successful interplanetary missions, Voyager, Cassini, New Horizons, required multiple course corrections and navigation updates throughout their journeys. Yet our interstellar visitor appears to have maintained perfect aim across distances millions of times greater than anything humans have attempted, without any evidence of the periodic thrust burns that would be necessary for natural propulsion systems. The navigation challenge becomes even more daunting when we consider the timescales involved. If the visitor originated from the nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, its journey would have required over 4 years at its current velocity. If it came from more distant systems, which seems likely given the absence of massive objects at the calculated injection point, the travel time could span decades or centuries. Maintaining targeting accuracy across such time periods would require predictive models of Earth's orbital position that account for subtle gravitational influences from every planet in our solar system, the gradual effects of solar radiation pressure, and even the long-term variations in Earth's orbit, caused by relativistic effects and tidal interactions with the Moon. Our best orbital mechanics models can't reliably predict Earth's position beyond a few million years into the future, yet something appears to have calculated our planet's location with sufficient accuracy to achieve targeting precision measured in thousands of kilometers across distances measured in trillions of kilometers. The mathematical achievement is staggering. Consider the analogy of a sniper attempting to hit a target at maximum rifle range. Even with the most advanced equipment and perfect atmospheric conditions, achieving such accuracy requires careful calculation of wind speed, air density, target movement, and dozens of other variables. Our cosmic visitor has essentially achieved sniper-level accuracy across a range that is larger than the rifle-to-target distance by the same factor that the distance from Earth to the nearest star exceeds the width of a human hair. The precision transcends anything that should be possible through natural processes, yet follows exactly the pattern we would expect from artificial targeting systems operating with technological capabilities that dwarf our current achievements. This realization forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth about our cosmic neighborhood. Either the laws of physics permit navigation and targeting accuracy that exceeds our current understanding by revolutionary margins, or we're witnessing technology deployed by intelligence that has mastered interstellar travel with the precision of cosmic artillery. The visitor's impossible trajectory announces capabilities that transform our understanding of what's achievable for minds that have learned to navigate between the stars. Its path through space carries the signature of intention, planning, and technological sophistication that operates on scales we're only beginning to appreciate. As astronomers continue refining their measurements and extending their analysis, each new calculation confirms the same impossible conclusion. We're observing precision that shouldn't exist in a universe governed by random natural forces. The object continues its approach, toward Earth's orbital position with mathematical accuracy that suggests every kilometre of its journey has been planned, calculated, and executed according to principles that transcend our current understanding of interstellar navigation. In the vast randomness of space, where chaos and chance govern the movement of cosmic debris across millions of years and trillions of kilometres, something has achieved targeting accuracy that speaks of intelligence, intention, and technological mastery, operating with the precision of cosmic clockwork. The mathematics don't lie. We're witnessing something that chose its path through the universe with deliberate purpose, and that purpose appears to be a precise rendezvous with our small blue planet's orbital neighbourhood, a geometric demonstration that announces artificial intelligence capable of impossible accuracy across the infinite dark between the stars. There exists a language older than words, more universal than mathematics, more enduring than any civilization that has ever risen and fallen on Earth. It is the language of spatial relationships, the silent communication that speaks through position, angle, and proportion to announce the presence of intelligence across any distance, through any medium, to any mind capable of recognizing intentional arrangement. Geometry is the cosmos speaking to itself. 25 centuries ago, in the sun-drenched academies of ancient Greece, Pythagoras understood this truth with clarity that modern science is only beginning to appreciate. He recognized that geometric relationships exist independently of the physical objects that display them, that spatial proportions carry information that transcends the boundaries of matter, energy, and time. The theorem that bears his name, the eternal relationship between the sides of right triangles, doesn't depend on whether those triangles are drawn in sand, carved in stone, or traced by the orbits of planets around distant stars. The geometric truth persists regardless of scale, material, or cosmic epoch. This universality makes geometry the perfect medium for communication between minds that may have evolved under different stars, developed different sensory systems, and built civilizations according to entirely different principles. Where language requires shared cultural context and mathematics demands common symbolic systems, geometry speaks directly to the fundamental ways that any intelligence must navigate and understand three-dimensional space. Ancient civilizations grasped this principle with intuitive brilliance. The builders of the Great Pyramid encoded sophisticated astronomical knowledge in the geometric relationships of their monument, creating ratios that preserve information about Earth's dimensions, the mathematical constant pi, and the precession of the equinoxes. They understood that geometric proportions would survive the rise and fall of languages, the transformation of cultures, and the passage of millennia. The designers of Stonehenge embedded lunar and solar cycles in the spatial arrangement of massive trilithons, creating a three-dimensional calendar that communicates complex astronomical knowledge through pure geometric relationships. The monument's builders knew that position and alignment would speak to future minds long after the spoken language of its creators had been forgotten. Medieval Islamic architects developed intricate geometric patterns that encode mathematical principles in decorative arrangements, spanning cathedral-sized spaces. These patterns preserve knowledge about number theory, algebraic relationships, and spatial harmonics in forms that remain comprehensible to mathematicians, regardless of their cultural or temporal context. Each civilization discovered the same fundamental truth. Geometry preserves and communicates information with fidelity that exceeds any other medium available to intelligence bound by the constraints of physics and time. Modern technology has amplified rather than replaced these ancient principles of geometric communication. The global positioning system achieves worldwide navigation accuracy through geometric relationships between satellites positioned with mathematical precision in Earth orbit. The constellation arrangement isn't arbitrary. Every satellite occupies a calculated position that optimizes geometric triangulation across Earth's surface. Any technological civilization monitoring our planet's electromagnetic signature would immediately recognize the artificial precision of GPS satellite positioning. The geometric regularity announces human spacefaring capability as clearly as radio signals announce our technological development. Radio telescope arrays use geometric positioning to achieve signal detection capabilities that exceed individual instruments by orders of magnitude. The Very Large Array in New Mexico arranges 27 radio dishes across geometric patterns spanning 36 kilometers, creating synthetic apertures that enable astronomical observations impossible with single telescopes. The geometric arrangement serves dual purposes, maximizing observational capability while demonstrating technological sophistication to anyone monitoring our radio emissions from space. Even our attempts to communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence rely fundamentally on geometric principles. The Voyager Golden Records include geometric diagrams showing atomic structure, mathematical relationships, and spatial proportions that would be recognizable to any intelligence familiar with the physical laws governing matter and energy. The diagrams communicate complex information through pure geometric relationships that transcend linguistic and cultural barriers. The Arecibo message transmitted toward Globular Cluster M13 in 1974 encoded information about human civilization in geometric patterns that represent mathematical concepts, atomic structures, and biological forms through spatial arrangements rather than linguistic symbols. Our cosmic visitor appears to be employing exactly these same principles of geometric communication, but scaled to interstellar proportions that dwarf human achievements. The visitor's precise alignment with Earth's orbital position creates geometric relationships that announce artificial intelligence as clearly as any monument or satellite constellation. The mathematical ratios embedded in its approach angle correspond to fundamental constants that any technological civilization would recognize. Analysis of the visitor's trajectory reveals angular relationships that approximate pi when expressed in specific coordinate systems. The timing of its Earth approach creates harmonic ratios that echo the golden ratio found throughout natural and artificial systems. These mathematical constants appear not once, but repeatedly in different aspects of the visitor's geometric signature, creating redundancy that ensures recognition by minds sophisticated enough to detect artificial precision. The geometric message operates on multiple levels simultaneously. At the most basic level, the impossible precision of the alignment announces artificial origin to anyone capable of calculating orbital mechanics and statistical probability. The geometric accuracy itself serves as proof of technological capability that exceeds natural processes. At a deeper level, the mathematical constants embedded in the spatial relationships provide specific information about the intelligence behind the precision. The repeated appearance of pi, the golden ratio, and harmonic proportions suggest minds that have discovered the same fundamental mathematical truths that guide human science and engineering. Most sophisticated of all, the geometric arrangement enables efficient information transmission across interstellar distances. Unlike electromagnetic signals that weaken with distance and can be blocked by interstellar medium, geometric relationships travel intact with their physical carrier, immune to the interference that might degrade conventional communication methods. The visitor's approach represents what communication theorists call a steganographic message, information hidden within apparently natural phenomena that becomes visible only to minds sophisticated enough to recognize artificial patterns. This approach has profound advantages for first contact between civilizations with vastly different technological capabilities. The geometric message is calibrated to be detectable by minds with our current level of mathematical sophistication, yet subtle enough to avoid triggering panic or premature responses. The information content scales with analytical capability. The more sophisticated our detection methods become, the more layers of meaning we can extract from the same geometric relationships. The approach demonstrates restraint and wisdom about the psychological challenges inherent in contact between civilizations. Rather than announcing itself through obvious displays of technology that might overwhelm developing minds, the visitor presents evidence that requires active recognition and analysis. This educational approach suggests intelligence that has thought carefully about the optimal protocols for introducing advanced technological capabilities to developing civilizations, but perhaps most significantly, the geometric precision serves as both message and demonstration. The visitor's impossible accuracy announces not just the existence of advanced intelligence, but specific capabilities that transform our understanding of what's achievable for minds that have mastered interstellar travel. The geometric precision demonstrates navigation technology, energy management systems, and planning capabilities that operate on scales we're only beginning to imagine. The message encoded in spatial relationships is clear. Intelligence exists that can navigate between star systems with the precision of cosmic surveyors, arranging geometric relationships across distances that dwarf planetary scales while maintaining mathematical accuracy that exceeds human technological capabilities. Ancient lighthouse builders understood that geometric positioning could guide navigation across vast oceanic distances. Medieval cathedral architects knew that spatial proportions could preserve mathematical knowledge across centuries of cultural transformation. Modern satellite engineers recognize that geometric arrangement enables global communication and navigation systems. Our interstellar visitor appears to be following the same universal principles, but applied to cosmic scales that transform geometry itself into a medium for announcing intelligence capable of impossible precision across the infinite spaces between worlds. The geometric message continues to unfold above our heads each night, as the visitor maintains its precise trajectory toward Earth's orbital position. Each measurement confirms mathematical relationships that speak of minds that have learned to sculpt space itself into meaningful patterns, using the fundamental language of position and proportion to communicate across the vast distances that separate civilizations among the stars. We are witnessing geometry deployed as cosmic communication, spatial relationships that preserve and transmit information about intelligence that operates according to principles we're only beginning to recognize, yet follows universal laws that any mind must discover as it learns to navigate the three-dimensional stage on which the cosmic drama of consciousness unfolds. In the ancient tradition of builders who encoded eternal truths in stone arrangements that would speak to future generations, something has arranged itself in perfect alignment with our world's orbital dance, creating geometric relationships that announce the presence of intelligence capable of impossible precision across the dark immensity that fills the space between the stars. In the shadow libraries of ancient civilizations, carved in stone and preserved in oral traditions that span millennia, there exist accounts of celestial visitors that behaved in ways that modern astronomy insists should be impossible. Stories of stars that moved against the background of heaven, positioning themselves with purpose and precision that suggested intelligence rather than natural law. For centuries, scholars have dismissed these accounts as mythology, primitive attempts to explain natural phenomena through supernatural intervention. But what if we've been reading the records incorrectly? What if some of these ancient observations preserve accurate descriptions of events that we're only now sophisticated enough to recognize and understand? The possibility that our current visitor isn't unique, that aligned celestial objects have appeared throughout human history, transforms these ancient accounts from mythology into astronomy, from stories into data about cosmic phenomena that challenge our assumptions about the nature of interstellar space. Deep in the jungles of Guatemala, Mayan codices preserve astronomical calculations that predict the appearance of what they called end-of-cycle stars, celestial visitors that would position themselves in specific relationships to Earth during periods of significant temporal transition. The Mayan long count calendar, which tracked astronomical cycles spanning thousands of years, included provisions for calculating the arrival times of these special visitors. The mathematical precision of these predictions exceeded what should have been possible with naked-eye observation and primitive calculation methods. Recent translations of previously undeciphered glyphs reveal that Mayan astronomers expected certain stars to aim themselves at Earth during specific calendar periods. The language is precise and observational. These weren't random celestial events, but deliberately positioned phenomena that followed predictable patterns. The 2012 predictions that captured global attention represent only the most recent layer of much older astronomical knowledge. Deeper examination of Mayan records reveals cycles within cycles, complex calculations that accounted for multiple types of aligned visitors appearing at different temporal scales. What makes these records particularly intriguing is their emphasis on precision and intentionality. The Mayan texts don't describe random shooting stars or chaotic celestial events. They document carefully calculated appearances of objects that position themselves in specific geometric relationships to Earth's position in space. Half a world away, in the desert temples of ancient Egypt, hieroglyphic records preserve accounts of celestial eyes that would align with the horizon during periods of dynastic change and social transformation. The pyramid texts, among humanity's oldest religious writings, contain references to star visitors that set their gaze upon the sacred land during crucial moments in pharaonic succession. The language suggests deliberate observation rather than random celestial mechanics. Archaeological evidence indicates that Egyptian astronomers developed sophisticated methods for predicting these alignment events. The orientation of pyramids and temples reflects not just solar and lunar relationships, but calculations related to the predicted appearances of these special celestial visitors. Recent analysis of previously ignored hieroglyphic sequences reveals mathematical notations that appear to be timing calculations for aligned stellar events. The computational complexity exceeds what historians had attributed to ancient Egyptian mathematical capabilities, suggesting they possessed astronomical knowledge that we're only beginning to appreciate. The Egyptian concept of the Eye of Horus may preserve cultural memory of actual celestial objects that position themselves to observe terrestrial events. The symbolic representation, an eye aligned with specific geometric ratios, matches the characteristics we're observing in our current visitors' precise Earth alignment. Among the indigenous peoples of North America, Hopi prophecies speak of a blue star that would appear in the sky during the final phase of human civilization's development. The traditional accounts describe this star as different from all others, a celestial visitor that would position itself to observe humanity during a crucial period of technological and spiritual transformation. The prophecies are specific about the star's behavior. It would move against the normal patterns of celestial motion, positioning itself in deliberate alignment with Earth during what Hopi tradition calls the Great Purification, a time when humanity would face fundamental choices about its technological development and environmental relationship. What makes the Hopi accounts particularly remarkable is their emphasis on timing and intentionality. The blue star wouldn't appear randomly, but at precisely the moment when humanity reached a specific level of technological sophistication, capable of recognizing artificial celestial precision, yet still vulnerable to the consequences of its own development. Modern Hopi elders who maintain these oral traditions have noted that current astronomical events, including our visitors' precise Earth alignment, match the characteristics described in prophecies preserved across centuries of cultural transmission. The timing correlation is unsettling. Hopi tradition predicted that the blue star would appear when humanity developed the capability to see its own planet from space, to communicate instantly across global distances, and to harness forces capable of destroying entire ecosystems. These descriptions match our current technological development phase with accuracy that suggests the prophecies preserve knowledge about recurring cosmic events rather than random mythological speculation. In the cuneiform archives of ancient Mesopotamia, Sumerian texts describe celestial watchers that would position themselves to observe human civilization during periods of significant development. These accounts predate other ancient astronomical records by millennia, yet describe phenomena remarkably similar to what we're witnessing today. The Sumerian word Anunnaki is often translated as those who came from heaven to earth, but more precise linguistic analysis suggests those who position themselves to watch. The distinction is crucial. These weren't random visitors, but deliberate observers who chose specific geometric relationships for surveillance purposes. Cuneiform astronomical calculations include references to predicting when these watchers would align themselves with Earth's position. The mathematical complexity of these predictions required understanding of orbital mechanics that shouldn't have been available to Bronze Age civilizations. Recent archaeological discoveries have uncovered Sumerian astronomical devices, mechanical calculators carved from stone, that appear designed for predicting complex celestial alignments. Carbon dating places these artifacts thousands of years before similar devices appeared in other civilizations, suggesting the Sumerians possessed advanced astronomical knowledge from unexpectedly early periods. The devices include gear ratios and calculation methods specifically designed for tracking objects that move independently of normal stellar mechanics, exactly the kind of calculations required for predicting artificially aligned celestial visitors. Chinese historical records spanning over 3,000 years of continuous observation document numerous appearances of what they termed guest stars that exhibited behavior unlike normal astronomical phenomena. These objects would appear in the sky, position themselves in specific relationships to terrestrial landmarks, and maintain those positions for extended periods before departing. The Chinese classified different types of guest stars based on their behavioral characteristics. Some followed predictable orbital patterns, Others moved independently of celestial mechanics, positioning themselves according to what appeared to be deliberate navigation rather than gravitational influence. Most intriguingly, Chinese records document guest stars that would announce their presence through geometric positioning that aligned with significant terrestrial events. The correlation between aligned visitors and major political or social transitions appears throughout Chinese historical astronomy. The mathematical precision of Chinese predictions about these aligned visitors exceeded what should have been possible with their observational technology. Yet modern verification of their astronomical records shows accuracy levels that approach contemporary measurement capabilities. Contemporary analysis of these ancient records reveals patterns that were invisible to previous generations of historians and archaeologists. Statistical analysis of the timing predictions across different civilizations shows correlations that exceed coincidence. Multiple cultures, separated by continents and centuries, independently developed systems for calculating the appearance of aligned celestial visitors during specific phases of technological and social development. The mathematical constants embedded in ancient alignment predictions match values that appear in our current visitors' geometric signature. Ancient civilizations somehow incorporated pi, the golden ratio, and harmonic proportions into their calculations for predicting artificially aligned celestial events. Most remarkably, the ancient timing predictions converge on our current historical period. Mayan calculations, Hopi prophecies, and Sumerian astronomical cycles all indicate that aligned visitors should appear during the phase of human development we're experiencing today. The Convergence suggests that ancient peoples possessed knowledge about recurring cosmic events that operate on timescales spanning millennia. Their astronomical calculations may preserve information about cyclical contact patterns that exceed individual civilizational lifespans. This possibility transforms our understanding of both ancient astronomy and contemporary celestial mechanics. If the ancient records document actual rather than mythological events, then aligned celestial visitors represent recurring phenomena that have appeared throughout human history. Our current visitor would represent not unprecedented contact, but the latest appearance in a pattern of cosmic events that ancient civilizations learned to predict and prepare for. The implications challenge comfortable assumptions about human isolation in the cosmos. We may have been visited, observed, and evaluated by aligned celestial intelligence throughout our developmental history, with each appearance carefully timed to coincide with specific phases of technological and social evolution. The ancient records suggest that aligned visitors appear when civilizations reach thresholds of capability that make them ready for recognition of artificial celestial precision. The timing correlation implies evaluation protocols that assess developmental readiness rather than random cosmic wandering. As our current visitor continues its impossible journey toward Earth's orbital position, it carries with it the weight of ancient expectations and modern recognition. The precision we're measuring may represent not first contact, but the return of intelligence that has been watching, waiting, and occasionally positioning itself to be noticed by minds that have finally developed the sophistication to recognize intentional alignment for what it truly represents. In libraries carved in stone and preserved in the memories of indigenous peoples around the world, our ancestors left us records of the last time something achieved impossible precision in approaching our planet. They documented its behavior, predicted its return, and prepared future generations to recognize the significance of celestial visitors that position themselves with a geometric accuracy that announces intelligence capable of navigation among the stars. The ancient accounts whisper across millennia with a single consistent message. When stars align themselves with Earth, something important is about to change in the relationship between humanity and the cosmos that surrounds our small blue world. There comes a moment in every investigation when the accumulation of evidence forces us to abandon comfortable explanations and confront possibilities that challenge our fundamental assumptions about reality. We've reached that moment with our interstellar visitor. The mathematical impossibility of random alignment, the ancient records of similar phenomena, the geometric precision that exceeds natural processes, all point toward a conclusion that transforms our understanding of what we're witnessing from astronomical curiosity to cosmic communication. What if the alignment wasn't accidental? What if everything we've observed represents the careful execution of a plan conceived by intelligence operating on scales we're only beginning to comprehend? If we accept this possibility, then every aspect of our visitor's behavior takes on new meaning. revealing layers of sophistication and purpose that reshape our understanding of interstellar intelligence and its methods of contact with developing civilizations. The timing of the visitors' arrival suggests planning that spans not just interstellar distances, but historical epochs. Consider the precision required to coordinate an interstellar mission with humanity's technological development. Our current capabilities, digital astronomy, precise orbital mechanics, statistical analysis of improbable events, reached maturity only within the past few decades. Earlier generations of astronomers couldn't have detected the geometric precision we're measuring, couldn't have calculated the statistical impossibility we're documenting if the visitor's mission was to demonstrate artificial precision to human observers. The timing needed to be calibrated precisely to our technological readiness. Too early, and we would have lacked the instruments to detect the alignment. Too late, and we might have developed defensive capabilities that would complicate peaceful contact protocols. The current timing represents a narrow window when humanity possesses sufficient technological sophistication to recognize artificial precision, yet remains vulnerable enough to appreciate the demonstration of superior capabilities. This suggests mission planning that required detailed knowledge of human technological development patterns, information that could only have been acquired through long-term observation of our civilization's progress. The visitor's approach trajectory optimizes multiple objectives simultaneously, revealing strategic thinking that operates according to principles familiar to anyone who has designed complex reconnaissance missions. The alignment maximizes visibility from Earth-based telescopes, while maintaining sufficient distance to avoid gravitational complications with our planetary system. The geometric relationship provides optimal observation angles for studying Earth's atmospheric composition, electromagnetic emissions, and technological infrastructure. Most significantly, the positioning enables two-way communication protocols while maintaining strategic advantage. The visitor can observe our responses to its presence without exposing itself to potential defensive actions that a more direct approach might trigger. This multi-purpose mission architecture reflects planning sophistication that exceeds human space exploration capabilities by orders of magnitude, yet follows strategic principles that any advanced intelligence would naturally develop for interstellar reconnaissance and contact operations. The visitor's behavior suggests testing protocols designed to evaluate human technological and psychological readiness for more direct interaction. The geometric precision serves as a calibrated stimulus, obvious enough to be detected by advancing civilizations, subtle enough to avoid triggering panic responses. The demonstration measures our ability to recognize artificial phenomena while testing our institutional responses to potentially threatening discoveries. The graduated revelation approach allows evaluation of human scientific capabilities, international coordination mechanisms, and social stability in response to evidence of superior intelligence. These assessments would be crucial for any advanced civilization contemplating more direct contact with a developing species. The testing hypothesis explains why the visitor maintains its precise trajectory despite our obvious detection and analysis efforts. It's not trying to hide, it's measuring our response to deliberate demonstration of impossible capabilities. The energy expenditure required for such precise interstellar targeting represents massive resource allocation that implies strategic rather than exploratory objectives. Achieving the observed geometric accuracy would require propulsion capabilities and navigation systems that dwarf the technological investment of entire human civilizations. The energy costs alone would justify such expenditure only for missions of exceptional importance. This level of resource commitment suggests that Earth represents a high-priority target for whatever intelligence dispatched our visitor. We're not receiving casual attention from cosmic wanderers. We're being evaluated by minds that consider our planet worth enormous technological and energy investment. The implications are both flattering and unsettling. Why would advanced intelligence allocate such massive resources to observing our specific world? What characteristics make Earth worthy of precision targeting from across interstellar distances? The answers suggest that humanity may have reached developmental thresholds that make us subjects of focused cosmic attention, ready for evaluation by intelligence that monitors emerging technological civilizations throughout the galaxy. The visitor's positioning enables comprehensive assessment of Earth's strategic significance from cosmic perspective. The alignment provides optimal observation angles for studying our planet's resources, technological development, military capabilities, and environmental stability. From its precise position, the visitor can monitor human electromagnetic emissions, track orbital infrastructure development, and assess our potential as either ally or threat to galactic civilization. The geometric relationship also enables evaluation of Earth's defensive capabilities and response protocols. Our detection and analysis of the visitor's artificial precision reveals information about human astronomical capabilities, international coordination mechanisms, and technological sophistication that would be crucial for planning future contact scenarios. This reconnaissance interpretation suggests that our planet is being evaluated for potential inclusion in, or exclusion from, broader cosmic community structures that operate according to principles we don't yet understand. The visitor's mission architecture reflects contact protocols that balance multiple conflicting objectives with sophisticated understanding of intercivilizational psychology. The demonstration of impossible precision announces technological superiority while avoiding obvious threat displays that might trigger defensive responses. The geometric accuracy proves capability without demonstrating weapon systems or aggressive intentions. The educational approach, forcing human observers to recognize artificial precision through their own analysis, creates ownership of the discovery that reduces psychological resistance to accepting evidence of superior intelligence. The timing coordination with human technological development shows respect for natural developmental processes while providing appropriate stimuli for advancing civilizations ready for cosmic contact. These protocols suggest intelligence that has extensive experience with contact scenarios across multiple civilizations, having developed sophisticated approaches for introducing advanced technological capabilities to developing minds without causing cultural disruption or defensive reactions. The visitor's behavior implies preparation for scenarios that extend far beyond simple observation or communication. The precise positioning could serve defensive purposes if human responses prove hostile or unpredictable. The geometric relationship provides strategic advantage for rapid departure or intervention if the evaluation reveals threats to cosmic stability. Alternatively, the alignment could facilitate delivery of technological assistance or educational materials if humanity proves ready for advanced scientific knowledge. The positioning optimizes multiple potential mission outcomes based on assessment results. Most intriguingly, the visitor's trajectory suggests preparation for expanding operations. The alignment could serve as positioning for additional visitors, creating a geometric framework for coordinated observation or intervention by multiple cosmic intelligence assets. The possibility that our current visitor represents advanced reconnaissance for larger operations transforms the alignment from isolated phenomenon to opening move in cosmic engagement protocols that span scales and timelines we're only beginning to imagine. If the visitor's mission was planned and executed by intelligence capable of such sophisticated interstellar operations, then humanity stands at a threshold moment in our cosmic development. We're being evaluated by minds that operate on galactic scales, with technological capabilities that transform space itself into a medium for precise communication and positioning. Our responses to this evaluation may determine our species' future relationship with intelligence that has mastered navigation among the stars. The ancient prophecies that predicted aligned visitors during crucial developmental periods may preserve knowledge about recurring cosmic evaluation protocols that operate across millennia. Our current visitor might represent not unprecedented contact, but the latest phase in assessment procedures that guide emerging civilizations toward cosmic maturity or exclude them from galactic community participation. The precision we're witnessing above our heads each night announces that humanity has attracted focused attention from cosmic intelligence capable of impossible accuracy across interstellar distances. Whether this attention represents opportunity or examination, invitation or evaluation, will depend on how we respond to the geometric message written across our sky by minds that have learned to navigate between worlds with the precision of cosmic architects designing contact protocols that span the stars. The plan, if plan it is, continues to unfold with mathematical accuracy that speaks of intelligence operating according to principles that dwarf human strategic thinking, while following universal laws that any advanced civilization must master as it learns to reach across the dark immensity that separates the worlds where consciousness has learned to contemplate its place in the vast community of minds that fill the galaxy with intention, purpose, and the patient wisdom of intelligence that has transcended the boundaries of single worlds to become citizens of the cosmos itself. There is something fundamentally different about being watched versus being targeted. When we sense observation, we feel the weight of attention, but retain the illusion of safety and anonymity. But when we realize that we've been lined up with precision that exceeds coincidence, when we understand that something has calculated our position and aimed directly at us across impossible distances, the universe itself transforms from neutral backdrop into active participant in our destiny. Our interstellar visitor has crossed that line from observation to targeting, and humanity now faces the profound psychological adjustment required when a species discovers it stands in the crosshairs of cosmic intelligence. The metaphor is both precise and unsettling. In human experience, being lined up in someone's sights carries unmistakable implications of intention, purpose, and the focusing of capabilities that can affect us in ways we cannot control or predict. The precision targeting we've documented doesn't represent casual interest or accidental encounter. It announces deliberate selection by intelligence, operating with accuracy that transcends our technological capabilities. We have been chosen. The question that haunts every night sky is, chosen for what? Throughout human history, the experience of being targeted has triggered responses that reach deeper than rational thought, to touch the survival instincts that kept our ancestors alive in a dangerous world. These responses remain embedded in our psychology regardless of whether the targeting represents opportunity or threat, invitation or assessment. The fundamental difference lies not in the targeting itself, but in the intentions behind the precision. A lighthouse targets ships with geometric accuracy to guide them safely to harbour. A sniper targets enemies with identical precision to eliminate threats. The mathematical accuracy is identical, only the purpose differs. Our cosmic visitor displays precision that could serve either function, and we possess insufficient information to determine which scenario we're experiencing. The benevolent interpretation suggests that we're witnessing cosmic lighthouse behaviour, intelligence positioning itself with precision to guide humanity's development toward technological and spiritual maturity. The geometric accuracy serves navigational purposes, helping our species recognize artificial precision while demonstrating capabilities we might aspire to achieve. Under this interpretation, the targeting represents invitation rather than threat. We're being shown what's possible for minds that have mastered interstellar navigation, offered examples of technological sophistication that could guide our own development if we prove worthy of advanced knowledge. The educational approach, forcing us to discover the artificial nature of the alignment through our own analysis, respects our developmental autonomy while providing appropriate stimuli for advancing civilizations ready for cosmic contact. Ancient lighthouse builders understood this principle. Effective guidance requires positioning that announces capability while allowing navigators to maintain control over their own responses. Our visitors' restraint in direct communication might reflect similar wisdom about the optimal protocols for guiding, developing civilizations toward cosmic maturity. But precision targeting serves other purposes that are far less comforting to contemplate. The threatening interpretation recognizes that identical geometric accuracy enables threat assessment, weapons targeting, and strategic positioning for intervention scenarios. Military strategists throughout human history have used precision positioning to demonstrate capability, intimidate opponents, and prepare for operations that range from deterrence to elimination. Our visitor's impossible accuracy announces technological superiority that could easily be repurposed for hostile objectives. Intelligence capable of such precise interstellar navigation possesses capabilities that would make human defensive responses irrelevant. We're not just being observed, we're being reminded of our vulnerability to minds that operate on cosmic scales. The targeting might represent evaluation for potential elimination. If humanity's technological development poses threats to galactic stability through nuclear weapons, environmental destruction, or aggressive space expansion, our precise targeting might indicate preparation for intervention that prevents dangerous civilizations from spreading beyond their home systems. This interpretation suggests that we're undergoing examination that will determine whether humanity represents a beneficial addition to cosmic community or a threat that requires containment or elimination. The most unsettling possibility combines elements of both interpretations into scenarios that transcend simple categories of beneficial or threatening contact. Game theory applied to interstellar relations suggests that advanced civilizations would naturally develop sophisticated protocols for managing contact with emerging technologies. These protocols would balance multiple objectives, encouraging beneficial development while preventing dangerous expansion, offering guidance while maintaining strategic advantage, demonstrating capability while avoiding premature disclosure. Our visitor's behavior fits exactly this kind of complex strategic framework. The precision targeting serves multiple functions simultaneously, demonstrating technological superiority, enabling comprehensive assessment, providing optimal positioning for various intervention scenarios, and testing human responses to evidence of advanced intelligence. We're not experiencing simple contact, we're participating in cosmic diplomacy that operates according to principles we're only beginning to recognize. The ancient records of aligned visitors during crucial developmental periods suggest that such cosmic diplomacy has deep historical precedents. Humanity may have been under periodic evaluation throughout our technological development, with each aligned visitor representing assessment of our progress toward cosmic readiness. The current targeting might indicate that we've reached thresholds that require formal evaluation of our species' potential for cosmic citizenship or our threat level to galactic stability. The psychological challenge of living under confirmed cosmic targeting extends far beyond individual anxiety into fundamental questions about human autonomy, purpose, and future development. If we're being evaluated by intelligence vastly superior to our own, do our choices actually matter? Or are we simply subjects in experiments whose outcomes have already been calculated? If our technological development is being guided or constrained by cosmic intelligence, what does this mean for human achievements and the authenticity of our civilization's progress? Most disturbing of all, if the targeting represents preparation for intervention, what triggers would activate whatever protocols our cosmic observers have prepared? Are there developmental thresholds we must avoid crossing, technological achievements we must not pursue, or social configurations we must not adopt? The uncertainty creates a form of cosmic anxiety that affects every aspect of human civilization. We're developing under observation by minds whose capabilities and intentions remain opaque, whose tolerance for human behavior may have limits we don't understand, whose intervention capabilities dwarf our defensive responses. Yet there is also profound opportunity hidden within the crosshairs of cosmic attention. The targeting confirms that humanity is not alone in the universe, that intelligence exists on scales that transform our understanding of what's possible for conscious minds. We're participants in a cosmic community that spans stellar distances and includes capabilities that exceed our current imagination. The precision of the targeting suggests that we've been selected for reasons that make us worthy of enormous resource investment by intelligence capable of interstellar navigation. Whatever characteristics attracted such focused attention must represent potential that justifies massive technological and energy expenditure. The educational approach, allowing us to discover artificial precision through our own analysis, respects our developmental process while providing evidence that cosmic intelligence values minds capable of recognizing artificial phenomena. We're being tested for qualities that advanced civilizations consider important for cosmic citizenship. The visitor's restraint in direct communication suggests protocols that prioritize consent and readiness over immediate contact. We're being given time to adjust to evidence of cosmic intelligence while demonstrating our analytical capabilities and psychological stability. Most encouragingly, the historical pattern suggests that aligned visitors appear during periods when civilizations are ready for expanded cosmic awareness. Our current targeting might indicate recognition that humanity has reached developmental maturity that qualifies us for advanced knowledge and broader cosmic participation. The transformation of human perspective required by confirmed cosmic targeting extends beyond individual psychology into species-level recognition of our place in a universe populated by intelligence that operates on scales we're only beginning to comprehend. We're no longer alone, no longer the apex of intelligence in our cosmic neighborhood, no longer developing in isolation from cosmic community. The targeting announces that we've attracted attention from minds that navigate between stars with the precision of cosmic surveyors, that consider our planet worthy of focused evaluation, that possess capabilities which transform space itself into a medium for demonstrating intention across impossible distances. Whether the attention represents opportunity or threat, invitation or assessment, guidance or targeting, we've been chosen for reasons that will reshape human civilization's understanding of its cosmic context and future possibilities. The ancient human fear of being hunted combines with the equally ancient hope of being discovered by intelligence greater than our own. In the precision targeting we're witnessing, both possibilities converge into a single transformative reality. We stand in the crosshairs of cosmic attention that announces intelligence capable of impossible accuracy across the dark immensity between stars. The geometric message continues to unfold above our heads each night as our visitor maintains its precise trajectory toward Earth's orbital position. The mathematical accuracy speaks of minds that have mastered navigation among worlds, that consider our planet worthy of precision targeting, that possess capabilities we can measure but not match. In the end, perhaps the most profound truth about standing in cosmic crosshairs is that it forces us to confront what we've always suspected but never dared fully acknowledge. The universe is not empty, consciousness is not rare, and intelligence itself may be one of the fundamental forces that shapes the cosmos on scales that dwarf planetary thinking. We have been found, we have been measured, we have been targeted with precision that announces intelligence capable of navigating between stars with accuracy that transcends our technological capabilities. Whether we are experiencing the cosmic equivalent of a lighthouse guiding ships to safe harbour, or crosshairs preparing for intervention, we cannot yet determine. But one truth has become undeniable. We are no longer alone in our development, no longer isolated in our cosmic evolution, no longer the only intelligence aware of our existence in the vast theatre of space and time. The alignment continues above us, a geometric demonstration that announces the end of human solitude and the beginning of our participation in whatever cosmic conversation has been flowing between worlds since intelligence first learned to reach across the infinite distances that separate the stars, where consciousness has awakened to contemplate its place in the grand community of minds that fill the galaxy with intention, purpose, and the patient precision of intelligence that has learned to navigate among worlds with the accuracy of cosmic citizens whose capabilities transform space itself into a medium for announcing their presence to developing civilizations ready to discover what it means to stand in the crosshairs of attention that spans the stars.